Hey, what's up guys, it's Todd Smith. I am back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about the future of my music and where we're going from here. I've been kind of wishy-washy with my channel for a while in terms of I did like original music for a while and I wasn't that motivated, so I did a lot of kind of like gear news and talking about new gear stuff. But now, if you notice on my channel, things are really starting to focus back around to music. And I think it's going to continue to go that direction in the future. I do feel I leaned a little too hard into gear video releases and talking about gear news and stuff of that nature. Not in my head, actually, I feel it was perfectly fine for what I did. But in terms of the YouTube algorithm, it's a beast. It's a monster. And about one of the worst things you can really do, especially in terms of, now that I'm reflecting back and looking at it, in terms of an artist channel, is really start to do that type of stuff. Do like gear release news stuff all the time and talking about becoming like a news channel for the gear that you like or brands that you enjoy. And the reason is because the people who are in your music and the people who are into, synth news are two different people. They are highly separated, and it kind of throws off the algorithm and kind of balance of your channel in terms of subs/views. Because right out the gate, you're going to have at least probably half the people in your channel not interested in what you're portraying because they got interested in the other thing you were showing. Now, my channel is never meant to be huge, and I'm not doing this for the growth of my channel. I'm doing this really ultimately because in retrospect, this is what I want to do. Focus more on my creativity and then the market and the gear that you can buy. And there's a million other people talking about that because, I mean, to be honest, it's easy. It's very easy to talk about the new hotness, the next thing out. It's super easy. And I'm not downplaying anyone who does it. You know what I mean? That's cool. But it's like a super easy way to get guaranteed views, especially if you can be lucky enough to get early access to that gear. That opens a whole nother world. That's why so many people fight for that ticket. But that's not the road I want to take. And it's never really the road I was aiming for at all. I'm really focused on music, really focused on finishing this last album and progressing my music forward. I've really pushed kind of an industrial, kind of dark synth, kind of mixed with a synth wave-ish vibe, this album. And some of you people may have been asking, where did your samples go, Todd? Like, you used to sample a lot in your tracks, like Industrial did, like your traditional sampling. And that's true. My sampling just completely left this album because I really wanted to focus on really getting the 707 down this album. My last two albums coming out, they have been me learning the 707, and there's parts of them that will never really satisfy me because they were developed. It was created during a learning phase in my process. I dropped Core Gadget and something that I knew like the back of my hand for something completely new and foreign, but I wanted to keep pushing myself. Now, eventually I do. If you've been watching me long term and you liked my Core Gadget stuff, I am going full circle. At some point, hoping at the end of this year, Core Gadget will be introduced back with my 707. So I'll have all the power that I had with the Core Gadget setup combined with my MC 707. Roland has made the 707 a lot harder to learn. Now, the Gadget I just picked up so quickly. Roland's known specifically for their really rough workflow, and the 707 is no different. It sounds amazing, but it is not handed to you on a silver platter in terms of workflow. You need to go in there and you need to figure that shit out. So now that I am figuring it out, I do plan to introduce samples back into my next album in terms of like that classic industrial voiceover, grabbing like the vocal sample from a movie that really fits the vibe. That's something I've completely separated from music because I felt that's the easy part. Doing that's easy. Grabbing a little sample that adds to the music is easy. Learning the 707, creating the melodic parts, creating the drums, that's the hard part. That's the part I need to focus on. So once I'm 100% happy with what I'm getting from the 707, I'll be introducing sampling and everything back into that unit. The good thing about it is I've gotten so good at the unit, I'm really utilizing my tracks just viciously to the point where I think I'll be 100% happy with just the 707 and its 8 tracks and maybe a 404 sampler, trigger, or a few other things on top of it. I can't thank you guys enough in terms of staying around this channel. Anyone who's actually stuck around and supported my stuff. I still see people sometimes buying full catalogs on Bandcamp for like 30 something plus bucks, which blows my mind. At the same time, we've only just started, boys. This music thing for me is just starting. I'm only using one piece of a lot of pieces I have because of my situation. I'm learning it to a T. I will at that point introduce one of the most other powerful aspects I ever had, which was Core Gadget with my 707, combining them, which at that point will be huge. Once I combine the 707 with Gadget, I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a fucking huge day for my music. It's something I've been working for years, and I dropped Core Gadget knowing that, okay, I'm going to be suffering for a couple years learning this. My music might actually backtrack a little bit. But once I learn the 707 to its full potential and I reconnect it to the Gadget and it becomes one full circle, it's going to be worth your time and effort learning this new workflow, combining it with what you already know. And we're getting closer and closer to that day, guys. Closer and closer. I can't, again, thank you guys enough for the support. If you want music on this channel, original music, definitely expect a lot of that. I will be doing more tutorials and workflow style videos and sharing my workflow with and how I create things rather than sharing gear news. So that'll probably be the two biggest things, which to me are going to have more longevity and mean more than talking about some gear. And as always, I really love you guys. Stay positive, stay creative, support each other, and peace.